Alright, y'all, so I'm deciding to go ahead and get this video out the way. I'm a little teary-eyed because I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff. Just how my children's father is making me feel certain ways about things. I haven't talked to him in a few days. But it's just like now I was just sitting up here thinking about how if it was my dying wish, you would not have took custody of our son. It's the fact that anything that when it came to Ezekiel or the better for Ezekiel, you did not give two shits. Like, I was just sitting here thinking, like, I did all of this by myself, fighting for Ezekiel, making sure he could come home, complete the whole case plan by myself. And I was left to do it by myself, by my lonesome, with nobody. Only thing he was doing was watching and making sure I do it. Like, when I tell you we sat at the table after he wouldn't take his son, and then weeks later when we had another meeting and the social worker suggested that he do parenting class, and he hesitated and was like trying to get out of it, talking about, well, let's just wait. Because he felt like he shouldn't have to do everything. I should have to do everything and suffer by myself because it had something to do with my past children. Doesn't matter. As a father, you will fucking set one of your feet on fire to make sure your child is cool. I've been going through fighting for custody since my 3 oldest. I'm going through it with this one. And it comes to a time where it's like, when can I stop fighting? Why do I always have to fight for something? I fought for my children since they had been in the custody of Pearl since before they were grown. And I fought. And I filed to get them back. And I fought. And I filed to get them back. And I fought. And I filed. And I filed. And I fought. Nobody knows that, though. Because I don't tell that part. Because it's not something I'm bragging about. It's just something I'm saying because people don't know that. When this man has shown me signs that he never even liked me. I was just a notch on his belt to have sex with when the other people that he probably gave some type of shit about weren't around. You came over here to me, bothering me, wanting me to talk to you. And it's the fact that it's the way you lay up. I'm so frustrated and so angry to the point where I really want to expose this man. I'm not mad because I wanted my baby. How much did I want it? I'm going to tell y'all how much I wanted a baby. I wanted a baby so much that last year, 2 years ago, I wanted a baby. I was going to get pregnant and I wanted the man just to sign over his rights. I wanted to do it by myself. And I still have that same want to do this, but you said you wanted to be a part of the pregnancy. You said if I get pregnant to tell you that I was having another baby, that I was pregnant by you, and not to hide it. You told me not to hide it, and I didn't. The day I told you I was pregnant, what did you tell me? I'm gonna be there for you when you're getting big and you need help and you need this and you need that. When I was pregnant, he was nowhere to be found. The only time I seen him was when he was dropping off Faith on the weekends. And then dipping out. He went to 2 appointments while I was pregnant. That was it. The first ultrasound. And probably like the second one. And then it was over with. Because after that, it was like, I told him, I said, if the times that you can't give me a ride to my doctor's appointment, I'll just call CareSource and they'll take me because they have medical, rides where they can catch you an Uber or a Lyft and they'll take you to your appointment. So I started utilizing that. Do you know once I told him that, he started No, every appointment wanted me to utilize that service to go to my doctor's appointment so he wouldn't have to go with me. So then after that, I went to every appointment by myself, on my own, without his assistance. When Ezekiel was born, he missed the birth. Talking about he was in Canton. And showed up after Ezekiel was born, when I was just getting out of anesthesia, rolling into the triage room or the after surgery room where they was about to wheel me back to my recuperation room to heal. That's when he showed up. Late. And he said he was all the way in Canton. I had him third day. He was there. He was like, stop talking to them. Stop talking to them. I called him immediately to let him know what was going on and that they were trying to take the baby. He showed up to the hospital and was on his way. And he was like, stop. Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. He's been involved since my third day in the hospital. He showed up to meetings, showed up to appointments, took me, and we both went to visitations. We did all of that. We sat down at a table and they said to me, no, they said to us, Mom, you moving with Dad, or Dad, you moving with Mom, either one. That's the only way we're going to keep the baby out of the system until we close the case, until she does certain things to where we can close the case, and then you can just give the baby back to Mom and we'll close the case. He did not want to take the baby. And it still hurts my feelings to this day because it just let me know if it was my dying wish or I was in a hospital or something dying after I just had him, you would have let him go in the system. I will never forget that. Then he's lying and saying it's his health condition. It's not your health condition. You have a lot of females that you're dealing with and you don't want them to know you had a new baby because I'm not the only one you're messing with. And probably not, the second person is probably not the only one you're messing with either, and neither is the third. You got a rotation of women and you don't want them to come over your house and find out that you had a baby because you were cheating on somebody and somebody's supposed to be a fake ass man or a fake ass girlfriend to you. Another thing, the way he talks to me, I don't like it. I never did, but I stuck it out because I was going through a hard time with the custody battle for Ezekiel, and I didn't want to be doing that battle for Ezekiel by myself. I initially have been doing the battle for Ezekiel by myself when it comes to doing the case plan and getting it done and doing whatever it is that they want me to do. Initially, I really am doing it by myself, but I didn't want to go to those meetings by myself where I could get, taken advantage of. I didn't want to go to court by myself where I could be taken advantage of because this wasn't just my child. This was his child too. I got taken advantage of when I lost my 3 kids. I don't know if I told y'all this story, but the attorney told me, give up the fight. Don't take it to trial. They got too much evidence. And when I went home and told them, that's when my attorney told me, they said, girl, you gave up the fight when you listened to what the attorney said. When I did that, that was because I was, back then, I was 20-something and I was green. Had no knowledge about legal stuff, no nothing. And I got taken advantage of by the attorney that was supposed to be my public defender for this case or whatever that you had, whatever have you. This time I know better, so I do better. No matter how many times he called me out my name, disrespecting me, no matter how many times he called me a bitch, no matter how many times he called me a stupid, dumb bitch, I stuck by his side only to make sure I could get through this case. Because at the end of the day, I will say he made sure that I didn't get taken advantage of. But he still treated me like shit. But I needed that part of him, but not the rest. And I needed him for that. Now the case is closed and I don't need him anymore. So, I mean, the visitations are at home with Ezekiel. We got about 1 or 2 more court dates and he can come home. He can come home within 1 or 2 more court dates. So, therefore, I don't need him anymore. But the shit that hurt my feelings was that you didn't want to take custody of your child. And it didn't matter if I could have been on my deathbed and something was wrong or died, having a C-section with him or anything, you would have just let him go in the system. How careless is that? Now to the point I'm by myself. I have nobody. I'm finishing off this case by the rest of the way by myself. I haven't heard from him in a few days. I don't know what's going on, if he's okay. I don't know nothing. And I ain't trying to check either. I'm over it. I'm tired of having family members that don't give a shit about me. I'm tired of not having anybody, but I deal with it. You know, I was having general conversation on the phone with my son, and my son said something to me that I did not appreciate. And he was talking to me like he was a grown-ass man, sticking his chest out at me. When you dropped out of school and didn't go back to graduate, and now you're working at McDonald's, flipping burgers. And you think you're better than me because you work at McDonald's and flip burgers. Yeah. He said, Mom, you need to get off SSI and you need to get a job. And the only thing I said to him was, I'm getting ready to move back to Channelwood where I had y'all when y'all was living with me. And as soon as I said it, he said, Mom, you need to get, because he knows that it's low income. I got to do what the fuck I got to do until I get where I need to be in life, okay? It's for sure I'm going to get off SSI, just not right now. Not right now. If I got an income where I ain't got to sit up here and work, I'm going to use it to my advantage. You understand? How did I get on SSI? Because the lady, Pearl, who had custody of him and the other 2 kids that I had, went down and filed for me to get on SSI because somebody spit in her ear that when I was born, I was fetal alcohol syndrome. And they used that as information to take down there. And it said on the paper that I was mildly mentally retarded as well. So those are the things that got me the SSI that I had got. And I don't mind telling people that. I used to be embarrassed, but I'm not anymore because people can tell that you're intelligent. I'm very intelligent. So I don't mind telling people that because it's like, what? That's just, I think that when I was born, they had to throw that label on me because they did have to pump alcohol out my stomach. So they knew it was going to be that they could be that. The only thing I have that could look like something was a birth defect is that I'm 4'9". That's the only thing that I could have that could possibly be a birth defect. Other than that, I'm intelligent as hell. I can have a simple conversation with anybody. Very intelligent. So she used that to put money in her pocket. And when I went to Social Security to go get my Social Security card, they said, oh, well, if you want to send to the address, do you want your check to go there too? And I'm like, check? Yeah, you're going to be getting Social Security and Miss Williams is the payee. I said, what does that mean? Oh, she makes sure your bills are paid and then she'll give you whatever's left. I said, oh, well, go ahead and switch that over to my address. And they did. And I've been on it ever since. And I was 18 then and I'm 37 now. Between 18 and 37, what I've been doing is pulling my life together. I started a little late, like in my early, mid-30s. By going back to school because I did drop out of school. And then I turned around and graduated and got a 3.8. That's almost a 4.0, but just not quite. I graduated with 3.8, no slow class, no IEP, no nothing. Then I went to media school and graduated 8 months later. And that was just, what, 2-3 years ago that I graduated from media school. And then now I'm trying to get my bachelor's degree because I felt like even though I went to media school, it's not enough. That's just a diploma. I want a degree in what I'm doing. I like making commercials. I like doing radio shows. I want to be a journalist. Like, I do media. I like doing YouTube. I know how to edit. I want to be, a producer for a show one day. I write commercial scripts. Y'all heard how I sounded when I made that snippet for the video. That's what I went to school for, and that's what I want to do, and that's the field I want to be in. So no, I will not get off my SSI check until I get where I want to be in life. When I get my degree and I'm getting paid, and my name say producer, executive producer, Celestine Saunders, I'll get off of it. When I'm at football games, a famous football field, being an announcer for football games, basketball games, baseball games, I'll get off of it. When I'm in my career, I'll get off of it. But as for my son, who are you to tell me to get off SSI and get a damn job and just work? You said money is all that matters to you. That ain't all that matters to me. What matters to me is being something in life. What matters to me is doing what I can to be a better person in life. Another reason why I would not sit up here and get a job. Exhibit B. Ezekiel is in the system on his way home. He's already not around me enough where he's bonding like not bonding with me like he's supposed to. Yeah, we get to 3 days a week, and that's a big thing. And a lot of people, I'm appreciative of it because, like my social worker said, a lot of people don't get that. They don't get 3 days a week. They only get 1 day a week, even if it's a newborn. But my guardian ad litem and my social worker, they fought for me, and I also advocated for myself. When he first went into the system, they were talking about giving me 1 day a week while he was a couple weeks old. And I said, hell no, this is a newborn baby, not a fucking 5-year-old that already knows who I am. This is a newborn, and I need more than 1 day a week. He's a newborn. I advocated for myself and my baby. My baby needs to feel my touch, feel my chest, feel my skin, needs to be held by me. And I advocated for that. And that's why I did the video, Advocate for Your Baby, because I did such. But like I said, no. I will not get off SSI until I'm ready. Until I feel like I got this. I ain't going to need that no more. I'm paid for the rest of my life. That's when I'll get off of it. Or if YouTube just bust the gates, floodway gates of money open for me like it does with a lot of known YouTubers, then I'll get off of it. Like I said, the other reason for why I'm not getting off is because right now he's in his system coming home. How does that look for him to be in the system, coming home, and then as soon as I get him, all I'm doing is going to work and only getting like maybe 3 hours to spend with my baby, and my baby only gets to know me for 3 hours a day and maybe 2 days out the week because you mandated you have to get 2 days off from work. You have to get 48 hours by law off of work. How does that look? I'm not bonding my baby. I'm thinking about making money and work. As long as I got Social Security and I can sit on my motherfucking ass and bond with my damn baby and go to college, I ain't going to worry about getting a job. Because when I'm ready to get a job, I will. I had a job 2 years ago working for Scott's Miracle-Gro. And I was good at that job. I was almost about to be a supervisor working for them. And I worked for them for about 1.5 years. And I made a mistake and told the customer, but this was like in the beginning when I first got hired right after training. They just happened to catch up to that recording of the call of the mistake I made. And I told him all he had to do was send in his receipt and we'll refund him the money. When that wasn't what I was supposed to say. I was supposed to say we only refund $50 worth of plant damage. He sent in $1,800 worth of plant damage and they had to pay him back. And that was just a mistake that I made. We all make mistakes. And I got fired for it after working for them for 1.5 years. I was always busting 100s in my calls and doing a damn good job at my job. I like working. But right now I got a lot going on that I got to figure out and get situated so that I can be the better person in the world for Ezekiel. I'm not fighting for me. I'm fighting for Ezekiel. My other 3 kids are where they want to be. Notice what I said, want to be. They don't want to be with me. And they don't have to be. Ezekiel is my concern. I fought for y'all for years. What did you want me to do? Fight, fight, fight? It didn't work. Oh, so since I fought and didn't get y'all back, you want me to say forget Ezekiel? Ain't doing it. Because y'all want to be my only 3 kids. That ain't how that work. That's selfish. Then one of my kids got on my Instagram. Why you want to add me on Instagram? Why you want to be friends with me on Instagram? I add her. She goes through all my pictures, skips over all of the pictures of Ezekiel, and only likes the picture with me in it. Jealousy much? Oh, okay. And this is why I just pull myself back from my older children. And then we had custody of, her dad had custody of, Faith's dad had custody of her. He goes and pulls this bullshit talking about I can't handle her, she too much, I'm just giving her back because she don't want to be with me, and that's why she acted. I'm just put her back where she was at. That's what she was used to. She been down there since the summer began, still down there, and he has legal custody of her still. I want to be down here. I want to be down here. She wants to be down there because she can get an iPhone and wear tight shorts, booty shorts, and do whatever she wants down there. She having a ball doing it.